This video is to show you how to use color pencil. If I asked you to color this apple and you showed me this, I would tell you to layer. Start off with a light sketch. You're gradually going to add value to your apple, pressing very lightly to start. As you build up your layers, you want to be careful that you don't go too dark too fast, because then you're building up such a wax on top of your paper, you're not going to be able to lay your colors. So you start off lightly. Being very intentional about the directions of the lines. There I was just showing you what colors I'm using. I do want to point out I am not using black at all on this piece. For darker areas, I'm going to use purple, a layering of brown, and indigo blue. If I want my shadow to look dark like a black or a gray, that's the three colors that I would overlap. Purple, indigo blue, and some brown. So here I'm starting to build up the layers. I'm acknowledging where there are highlights, leaving those areas, those white highlight areas unsketched. Doing the shadows with the purple, starting to press a little bit harder with the red. Here I have some orange highlights. That's the color of the light hitting the apple. Apples are not just red. There's tons of colors. Some pinks, especially around the highlights, will help to emphasize that that's a light source hitting the apple. Darkening up my purple for emphasis on the shadow. More highlights, more pink, more reds. Gradually darkening my colors. What I'm doing here is building up the saturation. Again, if you go too dark too fast, you will not be able to layer your colors. Pressing hard is building up a wax surface on your paper that won't allow you to overlap your colors. The highlight will be the last thing I do. Until then, I'm going to leave that area pretty much uncolored. Shadow. Notice I'm starting with brown. There is no black in shadows. That is an illusion. We think there's black in shadows, but there is none. Shadows are the opposite color of your light, and light, all light, has color. So in this case, my light has got a yellow-orange tint to it, so my shadow is going to be a purple color, a purple-blue color, because the opposite of yellow is purple, and the opposite of orange is blue. I will blend in those highlights later. Pressing a little harder with my red. Overlapping. By pressing harder with my color that I started with, I'm actually kind of blending all these layers together. My highlight I'm starting to emphasize with lighter tones like yellows and pinks. And in the end, I'll go over it with white, which also kind of blends everything in together. But I'll only use the white in the highlighted areas. You can use the white on top of the more saturated color too, where there are highlights. The goal here is to get rid of any white of the paper coming through the apple.